Oof, this is a really tough story to cover because I honestly take no joy in this company doing horribly. I take no joy in people losing their jobs. This is really sucks. And it's hard to lose your job anytime, but especially this time of year, going into the holidays, coming up on the end of the year. It's unfortunately when a lot of people lose their jobs because just the way the quarters fall and whatever financially. Uh, but this just really blows all the way around that GameStop, a once beloved company for millions of people. I don't know about outside of America what it's like, but here in America, GameStop was an institution for a long time, lining up to get your game at midnight. That was a big thing. I was never really one to do that. I would always go the next morning when the lines were much smaller. But either way, I know that the one and only GameStop in my area, the one right up the road from me, just closed about a month ago. They turned the sign inside out and upside down to let you know, hey, we're closed. It's been darkened and everything else, and no announcement. They just boom, done. Now I got to go all the way to the closest mall to if I want to go to a GameStop, which is ridiculous. But tons of people have been losing their jobs from GameStop, and it blows. I really hope they land on their feet really soon and they can find something else. But we're going to be talking about that today. Really quick, my name is Troy. This is Marks on Media. And if you could, before we get into the story, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click the notification bell to stay up to date every time I post brand new content. That's Monday through Friday. Now let's get into it.
Marks on Media.
Before we get into the actual story from comicbook.com, I wanted to take a quick look at the GameStop stock. Yeesh. Not doing good. Looks like it's been in the red for a while here. It's not improving. It's not getting any better. Previous close. I'm not gonna pretend like I know a lot about stocks, but it's I mean, I know that red is bad. I know that you can see where it was here. It went up a little bit in the five or in or no, I guess it went down in the 5 day. My bad. So looking at it here, like I said, I'm not gonna pretend I know anything about stocks, but yeah, throughout the day, it's not been doing good. It's not gonna improve. Uh, you see here, Salesforce, GameStop, Lululemon, and more stocks to watch this week. Probably to sell. Just get the hell out of it. MetLife Investment Management LLC raises holdings in GameStop Corporation. Okay, that's different here, but either way, GameStop stock has not been excellent for a while. But getting into this actual story here, from comicbook.com. GameStop reportedly shuts down a ton of stores ahead of Christmas. Over 100 GameStop stores and 500 jobs are gone. It's like I said, it's just sad. No matter how you feel about the company, it's sad that people are losing their jobs right freaking before Christmas or Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate. Just this time of year period. It's bad to lose your job at all, but especially this time of year, it just sucks. But a ton of GameStop stores have reportedly been shut down right before Christmas, leaving 500 individuals without a job right at the start of the holiday season. This summer, GameStop launched the GameStop Retro Initiative to expand its market and get consumers back to in its stores. I actually have one of those. It's not the one in the mall. There's apparently one outside the mall, my local mall somewhere. It's but they're doing the retro GameStop thing. I have not went and visited yet. But either way, that said, each year the video game market shifts toward the digital future. Very true. Been talking about that for a while. Meanwhile, those who do buy physical games can still do so online. That's actually where I do all mine because you find better deals that way. Where they're often better deals right there. To this end, there aren't many reasons to walk into GameStop stores in 2024, and it shows. Yeah, I mean, they have exclusive, or they'll have, little, figurines or clothes or whatever. but they don't even have half the equipment they used to have, which really freaking blows. They used to have a lot of controllers. They used to have just a ton of stuff. Phone. At one point, they sold refurbished phones, these headsets. They don't have half of that anymore. But right now, there have been no new GameStop closures in the United States, which GameStop has thinned out over the years. However, the retailer has supposedly and completely pulled its storefront presence out of Germany. There was once 200 GameStop stores in Germany. There are only 70 left. And these stores are still operating, but won't be for long, with each set to be fully closed by the start of the year. Online sales will continue in the country, but that's it. The news comes the way of German outlet Games Wirtschaft, Games Wirtschaft, okay, and has yet been officially announced by GameStop or GameStop Germany. To this end, if more official details are provided, we will be sure to update the sorting accordingly, blah, 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 blah. It's unclear what to expect. The number of GameStop stores around the world is at the moment, especially with this new round of closures. Back in February, 4,169 stores remained open across the world, a number drastically down from the height of GameStop. While the future of GameStop looks questionable, it remains one of the largest video game retailers, especially in the United States. To this end, it is one of the biggest weekends for the year for retailers, Black Friday weekend, followed by Cyber Monday. Approximately right now, the retailer has a massive buy two, get one free sale featuring over 9,000 games. I'm going to say that didn't go super hot for them, but I don't know. I haven't seen what their sales figures look like. I can just see the stocks as of today don't look great, and it's what, Wednesday? So it's 2 days after Cyber Monday, and it's not looking good. Not great, Bob. But regardless, it does suck. But my former co-host of my Main Event Marks podcast, Greg, when he was alive, we talked about this a lot. And this was years ago we were talking about this, where we everything is going digital. The Xbox Series S alone, and there's even a version of the PlayStation 5 that only do digital downloads. You can only get them off of their stores. And certain games, I think Redfall might have been one of them, where when you order the physical copy, it's a box that comes with a download code in it, and there's no actual physical game. You get the box with a physical code that you go punch in, and you download the freaking game that way. It's crazy. So the way of the future is pretty clear that it's all going digital. And like the story even pointed out, if you do want a physical game, I still like physical games, especially of old ones, because sometimes you can get them cheaper than if you're gonna download them directly off the Xbox or PlayStation stores or whatever online, or the Nintendo store. Then you're gonna get them off Amazon, or you're gonna get them off eBay, or you're gonna order them from Walmart, or whatever, Target. But you're most likely not going to go into GameStop. And it really sucks for the nostalgia purposes. Everybody romanticizes about Blockbuster or whatever. And my whole thing with it, not to throw cold water on everything and be the wet blanket here, but you can romanticize Blockbuster, and there were some cool things about. I loved video game rentals. That was my biggest thing about it, was the video game rentals. We had Family Video. I loved it because you could get it 1 day, 3 days, or 7 days. And if it's a game you're going to just blast through and beat it in 3 days, then get it for 3 days. If it's something you just want to test out for that one night only, get it for one night. Or if you want to dedicate some time to it, get it for a week or re-rent it or whatever. Movies, though, my thing was I loved going into Blockbuster and Family Video and whatever, looking for the new movie that just came out, and I better get right frickin' there early in the day, or I'm not getting it for that weekend because it's all rented out. You don't have that problem with streaming, with digital, anything like that. It's always going to be there. That's the same thing with video games digitally. They're always going to be there to download. They're always going to be there to play. And yeah, it sucks for game stores like GameStop, especially. They never really evolved that much. When they did try to evolve, it didn't go well. And yeah, I mean, right now all they can do is bank on selling trinkets and clothes, and maybe they should get more physical hardware. That's the only thing I can think of. And maybe rent systems out, even if that's still a thing, because I know like Family Video allowed you to rent a system for X amount of days. So I don't know, maybe they could do that, but I really don't know where they go from here. It sucks for the people that lost their jobs. Looks like this hit mostly Germany the hardest, but America's been hit hard by this so far, and it's just worldwide. GameStop ain't doing so hot. But let me know what you think about all this down in the comments section. I'd love to converse with you and hear your thoughts on it. Do you have a completely different take from me, or do you agree with me? Either way, I'll talk with you, and leave that down in the comment section, or one of my many social medias. I'm X, Instagram, Facebook, Blue Sky, True Social, Gab Social, Getter, whatever. You can find me pretty much anywhere. Facebook, and yeah, just follow me on there. And if you could, please share this video around to everyone you know. Also, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click the little bell to be notified every time I post brand new content. If you want to read the whole article yourself, it's linked down in the video description. I am Troy from Marks on Media. We'll see you next time.